Well, I am so thrilled to be here. I have to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I never, ever thought that 20 years ago I would be here. I didn't know where I was going to be 20 years ago today, or even if there was a future for me. I was always told that I had to be the best I could be. A- was not okay. A+ is what I needed. So from a very young age, I was always the people pleaser, the perfectionist. When I started walking, I ended up walking like a pigeon. I walked like this. So they thought, well, maybe we're going to put her in ballet so she can go from a pigeon maybe to a duck. I don't know why they did it. But they wanted to teach me poise. They wanted to teach me grace. Much to their dismay, I loved it. I remember being 4 years old in a ballet studio, seeing a ballerina with pink tights, a tutu, and pointe shoes, and thinking to myself, I want to do this more than anything in the world. I remember distinctly the summer between my 6th and 7th grade year. I had come back from my summer program, and I was just about to start a new performing arts middle school. The director of the academy comes in and says, you guys, we have an unbelievable opportunity for you. We are going to let you dance with the professional dancers. There's one catch. You have to audition in a month and a half, and you all need to lose weight. Now, it's not that uncommon to hear that in the ballet world. I remember at that moment thinking, I don't know how to lose weight. I'm 12. I think if I eat fruits and vegetables, that's a good thing. And so I get in the car, I look at my mom, and I said, Mom, I'm going on a healthy food diet. She looked at me and she said, a what? And I said, I'm going to eat fruits, vegetables, and lean meats. I had heard one of the other people in my class say that. And I remember at that point, I didn't say to myself, I'm going to be anorexic. I think that's a huge misconception, right? People think, well, just stop. Or that one day I had an epiphany and I wanted to binge. I started to restrict a little bit and exercise more. And my dance teachers started to comment. They started to say, wow, you look great. Look at your extensions are nice, your lines are nice. And I felt validated. I felt good. And all of a sudden, food started to change its relationship in my body. All of a sudden, I sort of started to fixate on it. What I was eating, what I wasn't eating, what I was making for other people. That, with dance, with school, and with exercise, very quickly turned into a perfect storm. I was changing in the bathroom, and I had left the door open about this much. And my mom happened to be walking in at that moment. And I guess for the first time, in 6 years, she saw what she had painfully denied for all that time. She pushed the door open and she started screaming and shaking me, and she said, you're going to die. You're going to die, and I don't even know what's wrong with you. You're going to die. And me being so afraid that she was going to take this away from me, because as much as I hated my eating disorder, I was scared out of my mind to live without it. It was my biggest enemy, but it was my biggest friend. It was how I coped. It was how I numbed. It was how I survived at that point. Now, I can tell you that I restricted, binged and purged, and compulsively overate, all for the same reason. I was numbing, I was stuffing, and I was escaping. It was one night I had left the ballet company, and it was 6 months, and I was 6 months after, and I started to think, what am I doing with my life? I had never taken my SATs, I never planned on going to college. I mean, I thought I was going to dance forever. And I remember thinking to myself, well, the only thing I know as much than my ballet is my eating disorder. I don't know how, and I don't know when, and I don't know if, but I promise this, that if I ever get better, I'm going to do everything in my power to use my voice. It was my last semester of college, and I just had enough. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I actually called my parents up and I said, I can't do this anymore. I don't know how to get better. I don't know if I can get better. But I'm tired of barely surviving. This is not a life. I want to live. I want to laugh. I want to go out on a date and be me. I need help. The world is very ignorant when it comes to eating disorders. We live in a very body-conscious world. It's all about how thin you are, what diet you are, what clothes you wear. And as you're recovering from your eating disorder, the biggest obstacle for me were the comments. Today I am so grateful that I had this opportunity to come out and speak to you guys. I am so grateful for my 10 years of being recovered, because I am recovered. My eating disorder is no longer a part of my life, except for the fact that I talk about it 10 hours a day, you know. But it's a different perspective completely. I am grateful to be able to sit with people and see when life comes back in their eyes. I am grateful to see miracles every day. I am grateful that you all decided to take time on your Sunday to come out and listen. I'm grateful for your willingness to support the ones you love and to know that there is help available and recovery is possible. My wish for you all is to believe that you very much deserve, that you can recover, and mostly that there really is life beyond your eating disorder. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. And I think we have questions and stuff. Cool.